Yo, what's good? What's up, guys? Me, Mission. I'm gonna tell you guys something I never told you guys. I am a massive TMT fan. I love the Ninja Turtles. I've read not read, but I love the comics. I love the games. Games. I love the cartoons. I love the movies for the most part, and also, last but sure as hell not least, the villains. The sweet villains. Tmnt on the Ninja Turtles only had one of my favorite rogues gallery of all time. And outside besides Batman, Superman, and Flash, and Wonder Woman. And she said, alright, we're getting off topic here, but borderline, they have a good ass rogues gallery. And for me to show my love for the rogues gallery, let's make a top 10 list. Yeah, I'm making a top 10 list of TMT, list of iconic TMT villains. Again, for some roles, one, these are strictly opinions, my opinions. Don't go ape shit if you don't agree with me. If you don't agree with me, that's alright. That's fine. Everyone has different opinions. But don't go ape shit if you don't agree with them. Don't agree? If you go ape shit, me, then suck my cock. I don't care. And then another role, I will also be including original villains, like when it comes like original cartoon villains, like Dog Pound and Fish Face in the 2012 show, which was actually the TMT show I grew up with. I didn't grow up with the 2003 series. I remember watching like a few minutes of an episode, but for most on Nicktoons, but for the most part, I never grew up with the 2003 series. I'm getting off track here, but original villains, I will be including some original villains, like in the cartoon, whether we like in the 2012 show, Dog Pound and Fish Face, or Tiger Claw. Alright, let's go ahead and start the numbers. Hell yeah. Number 10, Cry. Oh my god, I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this. Listen, guys, I don't like Cry. I don't like her. I don't know what it is, but I just don't like her. But in the 2012 show, she's actually pretty good. I think she goes to the most character development. At first, more like a Catwoman type relationship with Leo. Can be sneaky, not a villain, but can be sneaky, manipulative. Both. Then end up becoming a full-on antagonist. And then an antagonist again. That's a full-blown ally of the Turtles, even helping them get their act. Hell, even helping them fight against Super Shredder, who solos all of them. Literally all of them. Anyways, I don't like Cry. I don't think she's bad or anything like that. She has been done dirty. Especially in the Michael Bay films. She's barely even a minor antagonist. I don't think she's even a minor antagonist. She's just there. Like, she's just there. I just don't like what they did with Cry at all for the Michael Bay trilogy. She's barely even a minor antagonist, honestly. Basically, yeah, I don't like Cry. Her designs are cool. Right, especially the 2003 series. The 2003 series looks fucking awesome. But basically, I don't like Cry. I don't like her. Alright. Alright, let's move on to another villain. Alright, let's move on to number 9. Fuck yeah. Number 9. Slash. Yep, also forgot to mention I will also be including anti-heroes. This Slash is both friend and foe. Oh, to the Turtles. Slash really in comics has really been used all that much in comics. I'm more familiar with him in the 2012 series, who had an updated backstory. He has a lot of backstories. When he was an alien from a mutant alien created by Krang, I think. Who's dumb as a brick, or who's dumb as a brick, and was, or something like that. He has a lot. Basically, he has a lot of origins. A lot of origins. I'm more familiar with him in the 2012 series, where he used to be a pet turtle, for Raphael, until he got mutated. Slash. At first, he was an antagonist, but then becoming a close ally, man. But then becoming a close ally to the Turtles. Slash is one of my favorite TMT villains. Or kind of villains. I do thought I put him in number 9. It's because how little he's used. He hasn't really been used all that much. He's barely all. So that's why I had to put him at number 9. He's still a damn good villain though. I will say that he's still a damn good villain. Alright. Let's move on. Number 8. Dog Pound and Fish Face. Alright. Dog Pound and Fish Face were the 2012 series, in the Turtle series, they're all like original villains. They're like the Bebop and Rocksteady. Before Bebop and Rocksteady were introduced to the series. There actually used to be other villains. I think one named Xavier and Radford, until they got mutated. Yeah. And this is what they look like now. But then Dog Pound actually got mutated, and then again it became this guy. Yeah. I actually remember. I do and don't remember Dog Pound. I remember his design, but I don't remember like his voice or anything like that. But I do remember Razar being in the series. I actually remember in the series and all that, but I don't remember his voice or him being Dog Pound. I actually do remember Fish Face. I remember him. So yeah, there's some personal favorites. Yeah. I like Dog Pound and Fish Face. They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool, badass villain. Like in the first 5 deck with Dog Pound, he beat the shit out of the Turtles. And yeah, pretty much. Let's move on to another one. Number 7, the Rat King. All right, the Rat King, the Rat King. Rat King is actually a pretty obscure Ninja Turtles villain. He has the power to control rats, or like mind control rats, hence the name. Even a mind control Splinter a few times. Like, he's a rat. Which means they didn't have to fight their own father and get their ass kicked. He's fucking Master Splinter. He's the one that's treating them, so he's obviously more powerful than them. So, yeah. I actually don't really have that much to say about the Rat King. He's an alright villain. Stupid. When you think about it, the concept is pretty goddamn weird and stupid. But he's an alright villain. Anyway, Anyways, let's move on to number 6. Number 6, Bebop and Rocksteady. I love Bebop and Rocksteady. Honestly, one of my favorite Tmnt villains of all time, and honestly one of my favorite villain duos of all time in general. They were introduced as original events in the 1987 series, but then becoming fan favorite villains, and also finally made their big screen debut in Out of the Shadows. I fucking love Bebop and Rocksteady. One of my favorite TMT villains of all time. And like I said, alright, now let's get to let's finish the first half of the list. Cause you know this. No, the top 5, like the first 5 in the list, are not good. Villains are not good, but definitely not bad though. All villains. Alright? And the other half is villains that are fucking iconic. Alright? Anyways, let's move on to number 5. Number 5, Leatherhead. Again, Leatherhead is one of my favorite TMT villains of all time, or anti-heroes. They're just like Slash, he's been both friend and foe to the Turtles. Now, a mutated alligator. There's a mutated alligator. Again, both friend and foe to the Turtles. In the 1987 series, he was actually a villain. In the 2012 show, he was actually a full-blown ally to Turtles. And yeah, pretty much. He also appeared in Mutant Mayhem, where Leatherface's design was absolutely massacred. Like, dear God, what the hell did they do to you, Leatherface? Like, what the hell did they do to you? Anyways, let's move on to number 4. Okay, the rest of the guys, these guys are gonna be the rest of these guys, I guess the rest are gonna be like downright iconic. Alright, guys. Alright. The first half, not good, but definitely not bad. To then downright iconic. Alright. Let's move on. Number 4. Number 4, Baxter Stockman. Baxter Stockman is honestly one of my favorite villains of all time. I love Baxter Stockman. He's like Lex Luthor if he was black. In the 1987 series, I hate him in the 1987 series. On 2012 series, I'm mostly familiar with the 2012 series. Again, I grew up with the 2012 series. He's like Black Lex Luthor in the comics. He has been mutated into a fly. Obviously, y'all know that. I also, works for the Shredder. Most times, I lost solo job after Turtles. Hell, I even ran for mayor in New York at one point in the comics. He's like Black Lex. He's like Black Lex Luthor. Yeah. He's Lex Blacker. He's Lex Bloofer? Blacker? I don't fucking know. But borderline, he's iconic. Let's move on to number 3. Number 3, Tiger Claw. I fucking love Tiger Claw. One of my favorite TMT villains of all time. And I definitely remember Tiger Claw from the 2012 show. I remember being a badass villain. I remember his voice. He's a badass villain. Also one of my favorite Ninja Turtles villains of all time. He is a badass. He was voiced by Eric Bauza, who also voiced a bunch of Looney Tunes. Bunch of Looney Tune characters. And one of my favorite moments of all time. I swear, we could watch every single scene in an entire compilation of every single scene he's in the series, and I'll still be satisfied. Move on to number 2. But before we move on to number 2, let's say some honorable mentions. Number 2, Krang. Krang is not only one of my favorite TMT villains of all time, but not only one of my favorite villains of all time, but honestly one of my favorite voices of all time. Honestly, one of my favorite voices of all time. Like, listen to this shit.
Beautiful ruler of Dimension Earth. Krang, stop this tantrum and just tell me what's wrong.
What's wrong? I gave you a vital mission and you sent those 2 ant-brain mutants to botch this up. Ow!
See my point? It's iconic as hell. I also really like Krang in the 1987 series. Actually, scratch that. Love Krang. So it's a long shirt. I love how they argue like an old couple. I fucking love it. Anyways, again, Krang is one of my favorite villains of all time, and one of my favorite Ninja Turtle villains of all time. And so it deserves to be number 2. But I bet you cannot guess who the hell number 1 though. So let's get to number 1. Number 1, the Shredder and the Foot Clan. Yeah, I wonder who didn't see that coming. Oh my God, the Shredder's at number 1. It's not like he's one of the most iconic TMT villains ever, and also one of the most iconic villains of all time. Yeah, honestly, like who didn't see this coming? That's like saying you didn't see. That's like saying The Dark Knight is not gonna be in number 1. And I have top 10 Batman movies. Of course, it's gonna be number 1. It's the friggin' Dark Knight. It's one of the best movies ever made. And anyways, I love the Shredder. My favorite version of him is definitely in the 2012 show. My favorite design of him is the 2003 series, even though I have a small little nitpick of 2003 series Shredder design. And then Shredder is honestly one of my favorite childhood villains. Like when it comes like villains I remember from my childhood, Shredder is easily in the second place. Anyways, I love the Shredder and I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This franchise means the world to me. I'm incredibly thankful for it. Anyways, thank you for watching my Ninja Turtle My top 10 Ninja Turtle villain video. It took me 2 or 3 days to make. Anyway, because it says 20 minutes long and all that shit. Thank you for tuning in, and remember, our time to say the ding. Cowabunga! Yeah, all right, bye guys.